I'm on a slightly different journey this time around. Instead of my usual solo trip, this time I'm visiting some temples in Tamil Nadu with a group. I reached the Mumbai terminal too. Thought I would have to wait for my bag, but it came very quickly. I can now move on to the next flight. This one is from the same terminal to Coimbatore. The trip is organized by an organization called Isha Sacred Walks. They have around 4 trips, and the one I'm going for now is the southern Sojourn. The tour is just starting, and what a wonderful place to begin it from. And these are the buses, and I think there's around 50 participants. Well, turns out that there are around 80 odd people from different countries in 2 big buses participating in this 6-day trip. Lunch is at Coimbatore city itself, and it's an auspicious start with the Linga Bhairavi Kudi right at the entrance itself. So we are at Arya Bhavan. The people at Arya Bhavan go over and beyond to serve a big group. All meals, temple entries and accommodation are paid for by the organizers. One lovely soup over, waiting for the remaining stuff. That's lunch. And that is pan, known for its digestive qualities. You want to try making it? Lime, okay.
So this gives you a little like pungent taste. This is little sweet and very, again, pungent. And then this adds the sweetness. And then fold the meat.
Fold it. I just had one. I forgot to record. We embark on a drive to our first destination, Thiruvannamalai. Tamil Nadu has 38 districts. Our major stops include 5 of these during this journey. I think we are at Salem. I'm trying to figure out what this place is. So, quick loo break and coffee or tea for those who want it.
Fresh in about 10 minutes and come.
Managing such a huge group is not an easy task, but the volunteers are fully prepared and seem to have thought of to the minutest detail. We are put up at Hotel Himalaya at Thiruvannamalai for the next 2 nights. Collected the keys. The accommodation is twin sharing throughout the trip, and what awaited us was a sumptuous dinner. So how is everyone feeling?
Awesome. Oh, great. Excited. Having so many aloo paranthas.
Yeah. I'm excited to hit the bed or...
More food, more food.
That's day 2. Our first stop for the day is Sri Ramana Maharshi's ashram at Thiruvannamalai. The Maharshi was a 20th century sage who continues to radiate peace and self-awareness to the global community of spiritual seekers. From a very early age, his primary inquiry has been around his own self and the question, who am I? So, very, very calming space, absolutely calming space. He had an unfluttering focus on I. The story goes around 16 years, he was faced with a fear of death, just out of the blue, and he started focusing on that quite a lot in terms of what would happen to him, his body, once he dies. And then the realization hit him that even after the body goes, that I is absolutely alive and thriving. So right behind me are the shrines dedicated to the pets. Says Cow Lakshmi, Jackie the dog, the blessed crow, and Valli the deer. And the interesting thing is the cow and the crow actually were depicted as a cow and a crow. Dog had just a stone inside. The deer, very interestingly, had a Shivlingam inside. This is close to a 20-minute trek is what I understand. Few steps to climb. Little did I know then that I was ascending the mighty and incredibly sacred Annamalai or the Arunachalam hill, the mountain that dissolves one's ego. People come from afar to feel its vibration and experience its intensity. Little bit of a climb, but not too bad. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can see the lovely view over here. It's really beautiful. It's a lovely forenoon. Sun is blazing right through, but it is okay. It's cool, chilly wind, and that beats the heat from the sun. What we see behind is the temple we are going to visit in the afternoon, and that's the fire temple, the Arunachalam temple. And this powerful Shiva temple is at the base of Arunachalam hill. Ramana Maharshi himself had said that this mountain is Lord Shiva himself. Over the centuries, many sages, including the Maharshi, were drawn to this sacred powerhouse of the Lord. The circumambulation around the hill of around 14 kilometers is in itself a spiritual sadhana taken up by the devout. Skandasramam. So just finished visiting the Skandashram. This is where Ramana Maharshi's mother left her physical body. There is a space dedicated to her, and right next to that is a space where Ramana Maharshi sat in meditation for a long time. So that's Skandashram. A lot of monkeys. So the group had very interesting experiences of the monkeys literally coming and sitting on the lap. And now we are walking down. And that's the cave. So these caves are where Ramana Maharshi sat in meditation for around 12 years. He got enlightened here. There is such divine energy here. You can almost touch it. And what crossed my mind is, what is the kind of vibe that he must have been emanating while he was still around. So the trek down starts again. We didn't take too much time actually. Time is 12 p.m. It's beautiful out here. There's a lot of neem as well here. Hello. We're passing by him and he is looking at me. Attapadna?
She wants you to buy it.
Banana. The trek has taken us to this street. So these are in front of houses, rangolis or kolam as they say in Tamil. Beautiful ones. There is Pongal today. And that's why you see all those rangolis. That's the Arunachalam temple, right? Oh, very nice. That's the Arunachalam temple in the background. We will be visiting there in the afternoon. So at the moment, walking towards the bus and look at the wall. It has so many nandis on top. And it's a Pongal day, so you can feel the festivity all around as well. We are back on the road again after a short rest and lunch. The temple town of Thiruvannamalai is one of the most ancient heritage sites of India. Annamalai means inaccessible mountain and the word Thiru is prefixed to signify greatness, and together the name Thiruvannamalai. The temple, also known as Annamalaiyar, was built by the Cholas in the 9th century. This is the Raja Gopuram of the Arunachalam temple. It is among the largest in the world and has the world's third tallest temple tower at 217 feet. Arunachalam temple is one of Lord Shiva's Panchabhuta Sthalam, which means the 5 elements place and represents Agni or fire. So we're getting into the temple. We just finished a process with the fire. So just waiting in the queue. Like many Shaivite temples, the legend of Arunachalam is also linked to Lingotbhava, that is the emergence of Linga, where Lord Shiva appears as a humongous pillar of light with no beginning and end. The Devas and other normal beings, unable to take the heat, pray to the Lord and he cools down as the mountain of Arunachalam. And thus, the genesis of Lord Shiva's manifestation into a mix of the form and the formless. Arunachalam temple on Pongal day.
He wants to tell something about this temple. I'll translate it to you. Okay. So one of the siddhas is Arunagiri Nadar. Takes the form of a parrot and then they burn this body. And this incident happened in this place.
And it's time to leave this majestic space. Arunachaleswara or Annamalayar, however you call this magnificence of Lord Shiva, his grace is such that even a thought of the mighty Arunachala is enough for one to attain liberation. So says the verses in the text Arunachala Mahatmya. I came here without a clue of the divinity and power of this space. And as I leave, the hope is that I can go back for the Girivalam or the circumambulation millions take up around the mighty Arunachala. When we reflected at the end of 6 days, this day stood out for some of us.
The fire temple. I just loved the intense, fiery energy there.
Fire temple Shiva, it was so awesome.
The Ramanashram, I think for me that was the strongest experience I had.
The fire temple and where we did this fire with the Sudhi.
The fire temple.
That's the fire temple for you.
The Ramana Maharshi ashram, because I wasn't expecting much there.
Okay.
But still I felt the energy, it was amazing.
I really wanted to visit and it just happened I visited. So, Arunachalam.
Do subscribe and like the video if you do like it. Day 2 of this journey ends here. Stay tuned for the remaining parts of this wonderful 6-day trip.